We are at the fifth part of inverse trigonometric functions. Today, we will be solving few questions on miscellaneous exercise. Question number 1 from miscellaneous exercise. Textbook, page number 51. Find the value of cos inverse of cos 13 pi by 6. This type of questions we already done it. See, we know that cos inverse of cos x is equal to x if x belongs to closed interval 0 pi. According to this one, cos inverse of cos 13 pi by 6 equal to 13 pi by 6, that is equal to 390. That doesn't belong to the range of cos inverse. Range of cos inverse is closed interval 0 pi. So it exceeded 180 degree. So we are finding the value of cos 390. Cos 390 is 360 plus 30. So cos of 2 pi plus pi by 6. And we know cos of 2 2 pi plus theta or cos of 360 plus theta equal to cos theta only. Cos of 360 plus theta is cos theta. So cos of 2 pi plus pi by 6 is pi by 6. Cos pi by 6. So cos inverse of cos pi by 6 equal to pi by 6, that belongs to the range closed interval 0 pi. So the value is pi by 6. Now question number 2, tan inverse of tan 7 pi by 6. We know this value is 7 pi by 6, but the problem is this x value, that is 7 pi by 6, doesn't belong to open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So we are replacing tan 7 pi by 6. 7 pi by 6 is 210. How do we get 210? 210 is 180 plus 30. So tan of 7 pi by 6 is equal to tan of pi plus pi by 6. Again, we know tan of 180 plus theta equal to tan theta. So we have tan inverse of tan pi by 6, that is equal to pi by 6, that belong to the open interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. So value of this given function is equal to pi by 6. Question number 3. This is proving question. Prove that 2 sin inverse 3 by 5 equal to tan inverse 24 by 7. Look at the left hand side. Left hand side is 2 sin inverse 3 by 5. And we need the answer in terms of tan inverse. Tan inverse 24 by 7, that we need. When we observe again, if the left hand side was 2 tan inverse x, then there is formula available, isn't it? 2 sin inverse x has 3 different formula. One in terms of sin inverse, other in terms of cos inverse, and the next one in terms of tan inverse. So formula available provided the left hand side should be 2 tan inverse x. So what to do? We assume sin inverse 3 by 5 as theta. You know its value, sin inverse function value is in a angle form. So we assume let sin inverse 3 by 5 equal to theta. Then sin theta equal to 3 by 5. if sine theta equal to 3 by 5, you know how to get tan theta. You can draw a right angle triangle. Theta you take mark as one of the acute angles. Sin theta definition is opposite side by hypotenuse. So, opposite side mark as 3, hypotenuse 5. So, adjacent side is 4. So, tan theta equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So, we have tan theta equal to 3 by 4. Same right angle triangle only, same theta only. So, theta equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. Already we have one equation, sin inverse 3 by 5 is theta. Now one more equation, tan inverse 3 by 4 is theta. So from this we have sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So actually what we did is sin inverse 3 by 5 we expressed in terms of tan inverse. Actually it is easy only, just to observe that 3 by 5. This 3 will be opposite side, 5 will be hypotenuse. So adjacent side will be 4, isn't it? Pythagorean triplet. So tan inverse will be opposite side by adjacent side. That is tan inverse 3 by 4. So we have sin inverse 3 by 5 equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So the left hand side is 2 tan inverse 3 by 4, and we have the formula 2 tan inverse x equal to tan inverse of 2x by 1 minus x square. Here x is 3 by 4. On simplification, we get it is equal to tan inverse 24 by 7. Did you understand, children? Sin inverse 3 by 5. Actually, mentally you can do it. Sin theta is 3 by 5. So this 3 is opposite side, 5 is hypotenuse. 3 opposite side, 5 hypotenuse. So adjacent side. If you need, you draw a right angle triangle and get tan theta, write down theta. Then of course you replaced sin inverse 3 by 5 as tan inverse 3 by 4. Then apply the formula. Now question number 6. Prove that cos inverse 12 by 13 plus sin inverse 3 by 5 equal to sin inverse 56 by 65. Here we know left hand side is in terms of cos inverse and sin inverse, and right side is in terms of sin inverse. We know the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. We know only that formula, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, like that. So, right hand side is but tan inverse. So, when you apply that formula, right side is tan inverse. And we know how to change tan inverse to sin inverse using right angle triangle. So, let us apply that method. So, as before, cos inverse 12 by 13. We know cos theta definition, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, adjacent side is 12, hypotenuse is 13. So, opposite side is 5. So, we have cos inverse 12 by 13 is equal to tan inverse 5 by 12. If we need, you draw one right angle triangle, then find out tan theta or tan inverse. Now sin inverse 3 by 5. Here 3 is the opposite side, 5 is the hypotenuse. So adjacent side is 4. So sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 4 by 5. So, sorry, tan inverse, sin inverse 3 by 5 is equal to tan inverse 3 by 4. So the left hand side is now tan inverse 5 by 12 plus tan inverse 3 by 4. Now we apply the property tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Children, did you or do you observe xy part? X is 5 by 12, y is 3 by 4. Its product is 15 by 48, isn't it? 15 by 48, and that is less than 1. So we use the property tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. On simplification, we get tan inverse 56 by 33. Now, tan inverse 56 by 33, how do we write in terms of sine inverse? Here, you draw a right angle triangle, theta you mark it, then tan theta is adjacent, tan theta is 56 by 33. So, opposite side is 56, adjacent side is 33. You find out hypotenuse using Pythagoras theorem. Then write down sine theta. Then we are getting theta, sine theta equal to 56 by 65 or theta equal to sine inverse 56 by 65 or tan inverse 56 by 33 is same as sine inverse 56 by 65. Now question number 7. Tan inverse 63 by 16 equal to sine inverse 5 by 13 plus cos inverse 3 by 5. Now you got the idea. Here we can take the right hand side, change sine inverse and cos inverse in terms of tan inverse. Then apply the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Then we will be directly getting tan inverse 63 by 16 as the answer. Now question number 4 also same way. Sine inverse 8 by 17 plus sine inverse 3 by 5 equal to tan inverse 77 by 36. Then this also you change in terms of tan inverse. Then apply the formula. We will be getting the right hand side. Question number 8. Prove that tan inverse 1 by 5 plus tan inverse 1 by 7 plus tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 8 is equal to pi by 4. So, how do we get pi by 4 is the answer? Pi by 4 is the answer if the right hand side is tan inverse 1. Isn't it? Tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. A left hand side has 4 tan inverse terms. So, you can apply the formula again tan inverse x plus tan inverse y 2 times. Or you group the terms. There are 4 terms on the left hand side. Let's group first 2 and then third and fourth term. Then we are applying the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So, first 2 terms will be reduced in terms of tan inverse. Last 2 terms also will be reduced in terms of tan inverse. Again, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula. So, keep on applying the formula. Your answer will be tan inverse 1 and that is equal to pi by 4. So, group the first 2, apply the formula, third and fourth, group and apply the formula. Then again tan inverse plus tan inverse formula. Apply the formula once again. Then answer is tan inverse 1 and that is equal to pi by 4. Question number 9. Prove that tan inverse root x equal to half of cos inverse 1 minus x by 1 plus x. If we see cos inverse 1 minus x by 1 plus x, we know from 2 tan inverse x, cos inverse formula is there, isn't it? 2 tan inverse x equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. So formula is there. So but left hand side we need 1, 2, etc. So we take the left hand side, that is equal to tan inverse root x. Since you need 2 for applying the property, this can be written 1 by 2 into 2 tan inverse root x, correct? 1 by 2 into 2 tan inverse root x. Why did we introduce 2? To apply 2 tan inverse root x in terms of cos inverse formula. So we applied here x is root x. So half of cos inverse of 1 minus root x the whole square by 1 plus root x the whole square. That is equal to half cos inverse 1 minus x by 1 plus x. Did you understand, children? We take the left hand side only. We introduce the number 2 because 2 tan inverse root x can be applied, formula available in terms of cos inverse. For that purpose, we multiplied and divide by 2. Then direct application. Question number 12. Prove that 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3 equal to 9 by 4 times sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. Different methods are available. One of the methods is from the first 2 terms of left hand side, you take 9 by 4 out. Then it becomes 9 by 4 of pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3. And we know sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3 is equal to cos inverse 1 by 3. So the left hand side is now 9 by 4 of cos inverse 1 by 3. Now right hand side we need the answer in terms of sine inverse only. Again you draw one right angle triangle, cos theta formula definition, cos theta basic definition apply, cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is 1, hypotenuse is 3. So opposite side is you root of 3 square minus 1 square. So that is root 8. So cos inverse 1 by 3 is same as sine inverse root 8 by 3. And outside you have 9 by 4. So 9 by 4 of sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3 because root 8 is 2 root 2 by 3. Is it okay, children? From the left hand side, 9 by 4 is taken out. Then pi by 2 minus of sine inverse, that is cos inverse. From cos inverse, you write down sine inverse using right angle triangle method. Or sine theta is equal to root of 1 minus cos square theta, or simple method, draw the right angle triangle. One of the acute angles, take it as theta, mark opposite side, adjacent side, hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Then find out the opposite side. Then write down sine theta or sine inverse. Okay. We'll be continuing the miscellaneous exercise next class. Okay. Do all the sums in your notebook. Practice well. Okay. Thank you.